Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and I hope that you're having a fabulous day. I am here to do an intuitive card reading to see what messages, insights, and guidance the universe has for you. And this reading is for anyone who's been feeling like they've had a really hard time, as if things are kind of not necessarily blowing up in their face, but not panning out. There's being conflict, friction. Maybe things are kind of falling apart at the seams and like unraveling a little bit. But let's see what the cards have to say for in terms of guidance from the universe, because I'm sure there will be good things coming for you, but life can get messy. Okay. So we have gray. Learn to scan your body. This to me is it feels like it's tuning into the fact that a lot of times in today's society we can try to power through things, we can ignore things, put them on the back burner, especially when it comes in terms of our health, our energy, aches in the body. We can just be like, no, I just gotta get this done and this done and this done, and then after all that's done, then I can relax, then I can take care of myself, then I can have, self-love, TLC for myself. And the thing is, if we're constantly pushing things off and neglecting them, they're going to build up to be a bigger problem. So if your energies are really low, it's best to scan your body, listen to what it's telling you, and fulfill its needs. It's not always, possible to just, sleep a whole bunch because maybe you have other commitments, maybe you have children and all that, but trying to do what you can to rest, to take care of your body and listen to its needs will do a whole lot of good for you. You'll be able to go so much farther when you are listening to your body and working with your body, as opposed to trying to fight against your body and its needs and trying to, control things, to force things, to power through, because that can often lead to burnout. So learn to scan your body, tune in with how you're feeling, and listen to the needs and do your best to meet them. And yeah, sometimes you might need to push it back a little bit, like you need to, pick up your kids from school and whatnot. But the thing is, maybe you can delegate some of that. Maybe you can call in a favor to a friend or a family member and they can go pick up the kids. Or you can, get takeout so you don't cook dinner that day because you don't have the energy. Listen to your body and do what you can to meet its needs and work with it as opposed to against it. Because it's going to help you a whole bunch if you can learn to do that. Not always easy, but... So we all have Fox, discernment. Yeah, it really does feel like we need to be more discerning and in tune with things and aware and mindful, because we can often try to talk ourselves out of things, even if we're picking up on the energies or we notice something's not adding up and contradicting us, but we'll try to be like, oh, well, this, that, and the other. Listen to your intuition, listen to your instincts, trust your gut, use your discernment, because it's there to help you and assist you. And that can be the universe coming in and nudging you and trying to give you signs and be like, hey, don't do this, don't go down that road. It's not going to help you if you do that. So use your discernment, because the world is getting more and more chaotic. There's all this drama popping off, things are heating up, people are having all this emotional explosions and lashing out at other people, and you don't want to be at the wrong place in the wrong time, because a lot of people just looking at everything that's going down are very emotionally unstable, and you never know what they're going to do. So if you get this intuitive nudging, this impulse where you shouldn't go somewhere, or you should take another route, listen to it. Tune in with your body, tune in with your intuition and your guidance from the universe, because it will not lead you astray. It just wants to protect you and help you. Yeah. or even clarity. When you do that, when you are scanning your body, when you're tuning into your body, when you're listening to the energies and your feelings, and you're getting in alignment and in tune with the universe, you're going to have so much more clarity. You're going to more easily discern what feels right, what feels wrong, what you should do, what's the best course. So don't always get caught up in the logic and what's on paper, because things on paper can be great. Like a lot of these, like, I guess they're philosophies and whatnot, like if on paper they sound so good, in reality, when humans get into the mix, they can just be downright awful. It is what it is. People have biases, people have preconceived judgments, people have agendas, they can be selfish and have malintent towards other people. Like, I believe at the core of it all, humanity is good, but humanity can get confused and create one big hot mess sometimes. So listen to the universe's guidance, your intuition, your gut, because it's going to provide you the clarity you need for these chaotic times, because, oh boy, it's getting really heated as it pops off in here. I'm just watching this and like, man, oh man. So we have Amazonite, loosen your grip. Yeah, this feels like loosen your grip on the need to control, because in these times right now, there's going to be so very little that you control. At the start of it anyway, you can't really control anything. Like the whole saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can only control yourself, the choices you make, how you show up in the world, the narratives you tell yourself. You can't control what other people are doing. And I mean, to an extent, you could try to coerce them into things, and if you like threaten their well-being, they might listen to you, but at the same time, there will be people who refuse and stand their ground and refuse to give in to you. So you can't really force anybody to do anything. So loosen your grip on control, the needing to force things to be a certain way. You need to have a more open heart and mind. You need to go with the flow. You need to trust the process. You need to be adaptable and flexible, because it feels like right now there's going to be a whole lot of change. And the people that are too rigid and closed off and trying to control things are going to have a much harder time than those who are going internally to have, that inner foundation of peace, stability, tranquility, love, joy. Like, they're not letting the external dictate their internal, and they are letting go. They are willing to go with the flow and see how things play out. And sometimes things can play out so much better than we envisioned them. And so if we're just letting go of that need to control, beautiful blessings can show up on our door that we never would have even imagined. So don't hold on too tight. Don't, be rigid and trying to control and force things. Okay. Go deeper. Epidote. So this is feeling like go deeper in terms of your internal world, reflecting, journaling, meditating, finding that inner peace, that inner joy, that inner love, that inner foundation, so that you'll have that stability and that inner peace to weather the storms of the external world, because it is really getting shaken up right now. Like, not just in terms of people, but in terms of stuff like the weather. Like, it's been crazy over here. There's like flash flooding. There's been tornadoes, like so many storms. And the weather is like going from super warm, like summertime, to like chilly, kind of like wintertime. Like, it's a whole hot mess. So go deeper internally to find that inner peace, to find that inner stability, because if you have that firm, solid foundation internally, you're going to be just fine. Other people, they don't work on their internal foundation. And so when the foundations that they built their life upon externally start to crumble, they don't know what to do, and they freak out, and that they lose their minds, and they lash out, and they just explode. But if they had done the internal work, it would have gone much more smoothly for them. That's not to say that there still won't be challenges and that it still won't, you still might not, like, you still could grieve for things, and like if you lose things, because there's so much turbulence with the world. But if you have that inner peace, that inner knowing, that inner foundation, things will go much easier for you. You will not let the external dictate your internal. It can be easier said than done, but it really does help. So, okay. You are unlimited. What you can create is unlimited. So this feels like not limiting yourself. And that feels like letting go of the need to control, the rigidness, the closed offness, getting more open and going with the flow, because no matter what, you can create something beautiful. You can take whatever is being given to you and work it into your favor. Whether that means you are learning lessons and getting strength from hardships, whether that means you are being resourceful and, is it a parable from the Bible when Jesus takes the couple of loaves and few fish and is able to feed that whole crowd, like getting resourceful in that sense of having taking what you have and making it work, and making it work beautifully in your favor, to like in a way that other people would think is impossible. And so that's the thing. There's unlimited potential. You have so many possibilities, so many blessings around you that you can work in your favor. The universe wastes nothing. It can take anything and everything and work it to your favor. So get in tune with that. No matter what's going on around you, you can figure out a way to be okay. You can be resourceful. You can, use your discernment and get clarity, and, you can use other people's resources and be like, hey, do you have this? And like see what people have, and then come together as a community and work that way to be resourceful and make things work. You don't have to do it alone. But just know that you have unlimited potential, and you can be okay no matter what happens. You can work it to your favor. So, yeah, we have believe in your power to manifest. Breathe your creation into existence. Yeah, this very much feels like that unlimited potential, as I was talking about, like whatever you're putting your time, energy, and attention into will grow, it will build momentum, and it will manifest. So that means if you're putting all this time, energy, and attention into stress, into worry, into fear, into, oh my gosh, the world's going to end, it's all exploding, everything's chaotic, and like freaking out with a chicken with your head cut off, more of that's going to come into your reality. You are like a magnet, and you're attracting more of whatever energy and beliefs and thoughts that you're putting out. So, believe in your power to manifest. You are a powerful creator. You are the author of your story. Use that to your benefit. Don't get caught up in all these negative narratives. Don't speak ill upon yourself. Like these word curses and whatnot, like you don't want to speak against yourself. Empower yourself. Use narratives to your favor. Believe in yourself, because the power of belief is very, very powerful. That's why things like placebos work. So believe in yourself. Know that you are so powerful. You have so much potential. It's unlimited. And if you think about the word impossible, it literally says I'm possible. And if you think, oh, well, I don't have the resources, this, that, and the other, it can't happen. Has anyone else ever done it before? If so, That proves it's possible. Maybe it won't play out exactly the same way for you to reach it as it did for that other person, but it's possible. So don't doubt yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Don't play small. Don't dim your light. You've got this. You've got this. You can manifest anything that you want. Don't get caught up in those negative narratives. Yeah. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Yes. The universe is here literally sending all of this love, guidance, support, protection, all of it. It's sending you blessings. It's like you have so much help around you. Why sell yourself short? Why play small? Why, get caught up in these negative narratives and hopelessness and, frustration and doubt and fear and worry? Like, there are better uses of your energy. You can choose that if you want. Again, the only thing you can control is yourself and how you choose to show up in the world and the narratives you're telling yourself. So you can choose that. But would you really want to choose that? Would you rather spend that energy and send it elsewhere? Because once you spend the energy, the time, you can't get it back. And if you can recognize that the universe is over here loving you, supporting you, guiding you, protecting you, wanting to bless you, just open up. Get into that receptive mode. Get in alignment with the universe and co-create with it and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Because magic and miracles can and will happen. Yeah, oneness is my true nature. We are all one. We are all part of the universe. We are all connected. We all have a piece of that God source spark within us. And we can we can pinch ourselves off from it, but we still have it within us. So if you can get into that mindset of how you are a part of the divine, it can, act through you. You can become a conduit and it can use you to make magic and miracles happen. Or, you can cut yourself off, get into all these negative narratives and be like, oh, I'm just this pitiful human. I can't do anything. But literally, you can. There's so much potential, so much possibility, so much opportunity, so much blessings and love here for you. Everything is connected. We are all threads in the tapestry of life. And you may think that you don't matter, that you can't make a difference. But I'm telling you right here and right now that even as you are now, you're making a difference to other people. They may not tell you. It may be strangers you pass on the street, but you are making a difference. Even the smallest act of kindness can be this profound act that just brightens up another person's day. They've been having such a hard day. Life can get hard. They've had all this hardship, and you sending them a smile and wishing them a good day and complimenting them on their shirt, that could make them feel so much infinitely better. Or you just showing up as yourself and, bringing your light and smiling and inquiring to someone about their day, their life, and genuinely listening, that could mean so much to them. It could have such a profound impact. So don't discredit yourself. Yes, life can get hard. Yes, life is messy. Yes, there can be all these hardships and hurdles and chaos and drama, but the universe wastes nothing. It uses everything and anything to our benefit. It is all connected. We are all connected. So don't sell yourself short. You are part of Source. You are part of the universe. You have that divineness inside of you because you are a divine child of the universe. Yeah, unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And that makes me think about how a lot of people are like, oh, unicorns aren't real. They're the whole magicness of them, like, that's just fantasy. Listen. Magic and miracles can and will happen if you are open to them, if you are receptive to the universe and get in alignment and get in that frequency. Again, the word impossible literally says I'm possible. So tune into that frequency. Get into that abundance, into that prosperity, into the magic, into the wonder, because life doesn't have to be all this hardship. It doesn't. If you have that internal foundation where whatever happens, whatever storms you're going through, you can weather them and know that it'll pass and you can work it to your favor. You can, let's say you're planning on going out, but like how it's been here, super rainy and there's like flash floods and all that. It could mean you get a quiet night in and you can watch a movie, you can read a good book, you can snuggle with your pet, you can do a creative project, maybe go to a coloring book. Like there's so many things you can do. You can start writing that book that you've always been meaning to. You can, start a podcast that maybe you've been meaning to. You can watch your favorite show. Like there's so many things you could do. There's so many things you can do. Yeah, happiness. That's, I feel like, going to be a core element right now. I feel like so many people are starting to, like, not, like, it's not quite crawl away. They're kind of, like, skirting around, like, what society says you need to be happy and, like, looking for true happiness, Some people will be happy with so little. Like, we don't need all the material things, because you know how they always promote the newest and best thing, that next shiny item. You're like, oh boy, I need to get it. And people can get it and they can feel happy. But the thing is, it's usually short-lived. It's like that kind of instant gratification thing, and then it's gone. And so then you move to the next thing. But true happiness can be taking a stroll in the park, having the sun on your skin while you meditate, snuggling up with your pet, watching your favorite movie, doing some self-care where maybe you're doing, you paint your nails, or you do like this bath with all these like aromas and all these things. Like you can do nice things for yourself and find happiness, but it doesn't need to be like this grand thing where you get this brand new car, like the newest, latest model, and it costs all this money. You don't need a bunch of money to be happy. You don't. Not to say that, money isn't a nice resource to have and it opens up a lot of opportunities, but you don't need a bunch of money to be happy. You don't need a bunch of things to be happy. Yeah, torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. It feels like as a whole, society is waking up and realizing a lot more. They're not, playing the same games that society, conditioned us to. They're not always going after all these material things. Not that material things are bad, but we don't always need to be chasing them. And we're realizing, these manipulative tactics and games that people can play, and we're not participating in them. We're finding that inner peace, that inner stability inside ourselves. It feels like our path is getting illuminated from the internal rather than the external now. And it's because we're having like this awakening and connecting with the divine again, I think, because if you look at society as a whole, there's been this detachment from spirituality and religion. And like, I think that's why so many people have gone astray. Not that, religion and all that is the answer for everything. And, there are people who can disagree on what religion is the right religion and all that. But I think just the aspect of spirituality and religion, how it connects you to something greater and gives meaning, versus, going after all these things in society's materialistic world just makes all the difference, It's about this true happiness. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. Yeah, it feels like it's all about our perspective and the narratives and how we're choosing to show up in the world on whether or not it's going to work in our favor or it's going to backfire in our faces. If, we're going to have smoother sailing or it's going to be this rocky, rocky road and like these rapid waters. And that's not to say that when we come from this place of internal peace and, calm and inner stability that, nothing crazy on the external happens. It's just we navigate it differently. And then that in turn impacts the opportunities and the experiences we get back, because when you are putting peace out into the world, when you're, being calm and sending love and respect versus all the chaos and the disrespect and resentment and anger and all this lashing out that other people are doing, is like there are vastly different experiences having. And if you look at all these people choosing, to be very emotionally reactive and explode and vandalizing other things, like they're getting caught and they're dealing with the natural consequences. So that's the kind of experiences that it's like either gonna be a natural consequence of, blessings or natural consequences of lessons. And the universe is dishing out some very tough love right now. And I don't know if the recipients of that tough love are going to be receptive to that message and lesson or not, but we'll find out. And the universe is going to keep giving them, that message until they figure it out. Yeah. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. That's the thing. That's like a priority so much right now, is being able to make peace regardless of the storm you find yourself in. Like, I'm pet and house sitting right now for my aunt while she is away for this appointment out of state, and I was doing my normal and, taking care of people, the family I work with and their dogs and my other aunt's dog. And with all the rain, there was a whole lot of traffic. It took a whole lot longer to get out here because my aunt that I'm house and pet sitting for lives like half an hour away. So with all the downpours of rain and all the traffic, like people were, being themselves, cutting people off in a rush. And it's just like, I could have gotten, frustrated and all amped up and agitated by it, but I'm like, just going to take a breath, find my internal peace. I'll get there when I get there. And it just made all the difference for me. And I could see all these other people just getting agitated. It's like, we're having very different experiences right now. It's all a choice, guys. It's all a choice. We get to choose how we show up in this world. Yeah, hammock. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. And sometimes that can be in the terms of like a daydream where you're fantasizing and you are mentally going elsewhere and finding that internal peace because around you people are choosing to be all chaotic and causing drama and conflict and losing their little minds and making mountains out of molehills. But also, me house and pet sitting is kind of like a mini vacation, because even though I still have other things going on, I have a quiet place to myself to think. I'm away from my family, who has been getting very agitated lately, and they're starting all their dramas, and it's like a vacation. So even though it took longer to get out here and there was the traffic and all the rain, it's still kind of like a vacation. It's still bringing like this peace and harmony, even though there's like some turbulence to getting to that point. So find ways to bring peace to yourself. And even if it's like this mini trip, even if it's just mentally taking yourself on a vacation, prioritize your well-being and your peace of mind, because it's going to make a world of a difference, guys. It really is. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. And I feel like this is from the universe rewarding and blessing you because of your inner work, because you have been prioritizing your peace of mind, because you've been prioritizing your well-being, because you've been trying to live a life of integrity and being mindful with how you show up in the world, and you're wanting to be, more loving and caring and kind and respectful, and you're choosing not to play the games and, reacting like everyone else is. Because you're doing that, you're going to be rewarded for it. There's going to be blessings for you. And it's this whole basket. And it feels like what I was talking about earlier with the loaves and the fishes and how it was multiplied. Like, it feels like this basket is going to be a bountiful harvest for you. So it really does matter about the energy you bring to things. And it will make a world of a difference in your reality and the experiences that you manifest. So truly, know that you have all this unlimited potential. Know that you need to prioritize your well-being and peace of mind. Know that, happiness and internal peace are internal jobs. That you got to go on the inside to do it. The external can be all sorts of chaotic and crazy, but you can find it. You get to decide. You get to choose how you show up in the world, how you treat other people, and the narratives you're telling yourself. So why don't you do it in a way that benefits you? Why don't you do it in a way that brings peace and harmony and happiness and love? Why don't you do it in a way that you can be proud of and, not play the games that other people are? Because you don't need to. You get to choose, and there's so much love coming in from the universe to support you and guide you and protect you. So you got this, guys. I know it's chaotic. I know there's all this turbulence and drama and conflict going out in the world, and things are heating up and storms are brewing and all that, but know that at the end of the day, you will be okay. Do that internal work. Prioritize how you feel and, fill up your cup, and it will work miracles and work magic. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.